With questionable success of Saudi's bombing efforts, more and more signs there will eventually need to be some boots on the ground, not saying American, but boots on the ground to win in Yemen and the region. The debate over how to provide them cover continues to intensify over proponents of the A-10 Warthog and then the F-35. Jessie Jane Duff, retired Marine Corps gunnery sergeant, joins us from Washington. All right, Jessie, first let's talk about the situation in Yemen, because we had broke news last night. Saudi Arabia said, hey, civilians are safe, we're okay, we're going to call off the bombings, and immediately they've gone back to the bombings. In the meantime, Iran thumbs their nose at the UN. They sent out this, a caravan of ships that we've sent to aircraft carrier. But before we get there, just let's help us understand, is this bombing campaign by Saudi Arabia successful or not?
Well, it appears that it hasn't been effective, based upon the reports that I'm reading, that they still have major problems with getting this government reinstated that they had wanted to. This operation that they were conducting, they thought would destroy these Houthis and keep them from, and get their president back in place, who is now in exile in Yemen, the Yemeni president. But it looks like that's not going to happen. It looks like they have failed at this mission of airstrikes that the Americans have actually supported and helped with by refueling the aircraft. So now they're trying to start a new operation that would start a political campaign within Yemen.
So here's the thing, and I started to allude to it. The aircraft carrier, we sent out the USS Roosevelt and an escort ship into the Sea of Aden. The White House downplaying it. Are they downplaying it because we're in these contentious negotiations with Iran and they want some sort of nuclear deal? Why wouldn't they just say, yeah, this is pretty obvious that we don't want weapons to get to the Houthi rebels?
Yes, we've got Iranian warships off the coast of Yemen. Let's understand this. These are not mission ships with supplies or helping people who are in distraught conditions. These are warships. They're traveling at about 6 knots per hour, and the USS Roosevelt is following closely behind, watching them carefully. Of course, the White House is downplaying this because they've tried to present themselves as the presidency that doesn't have war, that won't have Americans involved in foreign policy. So they're trying to downplay this, and we're not reading it in the headlines. Well,
Scotty, I mean, we've got the mixed messages, and let's not forget, President Obama not too long ago pointed to Yemen as a shining example of what a great country in the Middle East looks like.
Oh, definitely. Now you're sitting here talking about, you go over and look at an Iran deal that we're trying to work on right now, where there's this rumor that there's going to be a $50 billion signing bonus. Last time I checked, why are we going to sit there and add 1/7 to their GDP while the sacrifice of our own soldiers? They should be paying us right now to be helping them get them involved.
$50 billion signing bonus, I'm telling you, if there's anybody in Congress that doesn't balk at that, they should not be reelected.
But they don't need Congress. That's the worst part. This is something that John Kerry and Barack Obama are so desperate to get this deal signed. Now we're going to pay
some people in Congress think they need them, so we'll find out. But here's the thing, David, I teased the aircraft, the A-10. Sure. My favorite, I mean, this bad boy is no joke. It is bad, it's mean, it's serious. They want to get rid of it. What's the deal with that?
You know, I reached out to some of my Air Force buddies, and because I didn't really know the plane all that well, but the A-10 Warthog is...
It's a bad mofo.
It's a proven machine. It's a proven machine. It's low level, low flight. It's slow. It identifies targets. It's the only tactical close air support weapon we have. Senator John McCain, who knows a little bit about aircraft, totally endorses this machine.
Jessie Jane, I got a feeling you totally endorse it too.
Absolutely. Now, this is what's interesting about this A-10 Warthog. The Air Force was trying to falsify information that was trying to discredit its capabilities in Iraq and Afghanistan, essentially trying to say that it wasn't effective anymore. Why? So they could get more funding to support the F-35 that has not lived up to expectations. So now we have the Warthog that has been proven to be one of the safest, most effective aircraft out there in wartime. And when you are down on the ground, you want to see that Warthog coming along and ripping out that enemy's guts, because that's what it's good at doing.
And I tell you what else has been proven effective. Jessie Jane Duff. Thank you very much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Also